Coming out my body for you, baby girl. Alright, I don't really know how to start these things, honestly, so we're just gonna fucking kick it off and see where it goes. Hey, what's up? Bobby Montana. We're still kicking, baby. Let me say, first of all, cigarettes are bad, and if you're under 21, please do not consume alcoholic beverages. Because I don't actually understand the legal landscape of how any of this works. What I do know is, if they can fucking pour shots of whatever the fuck on No Jumper, and Dave Chappelle can smoke cigarettes on stage, he Juuls now or whatever, good for him. If you can do that shit, and Joe Rogan can smoke cigars and make dick jokes with Joey Diaz on his podcast, and he's got a Spotify contract with like tens of millions of listeners, and then I'm sure me, Bobby Gets No Bitches, can make a fucking a bullshit ass vidcast from the corner of his homemade personal studio. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, no big deal. That's supposed to be motivational, by the way. If I can do it, if my dumbass can build something halfway decent, anybody certainly can. And I have no doubt that anybody with two brain cells scraped together can do something much better than what I've got going on here. But hey, look, everybody's got to start somewhere, right? This is where I'm starting, baby. Happy. Look, I'm just happy to be here, all right? So, let's just start off. I've been gone for a little while. I've been really busy unfucking my life, which, progress is subjective. It's, you know what I mean? I think it's, hey, we're better than where we were. We're somewhere else from where we were previously, which, cheers, hey. So look, bottom line is, I'm unwinding after a long work shift. I work 6 days a week. I've spent all my time over an actual wood fire. I love what I do. It's great. It's a fun job. It's awesome. I work at a restaurant. I'm a chef. I've been in the restaurant industry for, almost 8 years now. Almost 8 years. 8 years. I'm at a point where I'm in a highly skilled position, something I've always wanted to do, something I've been working to do, something I've been working on doing for many years now, as a matter of fact. I finally got the opportunity to do, and I'm in that position. I'm rocking out. Get to grill over a hickory wood smoke fire, over heavy cast iron grill bars. It's fun stuff. It's good stuff. You can't beat it. You're smoking and grilling at the same time, man. It's a flavor you can't beat. It's great. And I love... art is a medium you can eat, cooking food. Cooking food is a medium of art which you can eat. They say rule number one is everybody eats with their eyes first, right? If it doesn't look pretty, now that doesn't necessarily mean that ugly food doesn't taste good. What that means is ugly food is less appetizing than pretty food, right? That's where you get these ridiculous $500 plates. For you're really paying more for the hand craftsmanship, the artisanal hand craftsmanship of your plate at Michelin star restaurants, which, mind you, I think is horseshit. I've had the opportunity to put some of those plates together, and that's all well and dandy. I'm more of a personally, I'm a middle ground kind of guy. I've worked in fine dining. I've worked in dive bars. I've put the fries in the bag. Personally, I think there's a middle ground there, and now here I am off on a tangent. I'm supposed to be talking about my progress since last we spoke, right? So, hopefully, shit, man, I'm on par with everybody else. Anybody else out there watching, maybe unwinding after work, having a cup of coffee, getting ready for your day. Maybe you're at lunch with your bros, so let's listen to this fucking idiot bullshit for a few minutes and roast him in the comments or something. I'm just your average Joseph, so look, man, I wouldn't say struggling, you know what I mean? I'm keeping my head above water. I'm keeping the fucking lights on, you know what I mean? I had 2 jobs for a little while. I got super fucking tired of that. and then you're working on other things. You got side hustles and this and that. And I got other means of income, but this is kind of where I really want to focus. I want to start focusing my creativity. This is even more of a passion project than what I do right now, which again, I am lucky enough to be one of the people that loves what they do. I mean, I am just like, I'm a working job guy. I do regular work things. Nothing special, nothing fancy. This is now where I'm at a point in my life where I can finally, I've got the spare time. What I need to be doing is utilizing it. I'm working on other aspects of my life, fitness, health, wealth, those sort of things. And, I've had some emotional journeys, some spiritual awakenings, you know what I'm saying? Living life the best I can. Trying to be happy and be more content with what I've got. Of course, fuck it. What else can I want for? Running water, the lights on. Can't complain. Plans for the future still. I'm working on this is where I've been at. I put together this studio so this can be more, at least I can be more consistent with uploads and stuff. I might not have any clue what the hell I'm doing when it comes to editing. But I'm kind of going. I think what I'm saying. My thought process behind this is like, if people like Penguin Zero, no offense, love Moisty, critical, you good guy. Another big fan, Quasar 77, good dude, and a bunch of other people do a lot of this sort of shit in their cars. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really a whole lot to it, and I mean, like that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? And people seem to have built consistent careers with pretty raw setups. You know what I mean? A webcam, a face cam, commentary on whatever. That's sort of kind of, excuse me, sorry. That's more or less the idea, like this sort of vein I want to be in. Just because, shit, man, I just want to unwind. At the end of the day, honestly, I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I'm really just a bro that misses the boys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm getting up there, right? I'm 20 something. I've failed on a lot of ventures in life. I feel, I feel like everybody else, I'm assuming anybody else is watching this, I feel like there's, I've done a lot of things and left a lot on the table. And now is the time, you know what I mean? Now is the time to focus on me, really just like, walk my ego back a little bit, try to see myself outside of my body and do better in every aspect of living. At least as best as the best extent that I can. What I'd like to do, what I think would be fun, I'd like to get some more equipment, supplies, and transition this eventually into like do some fun cooking things, do some cooking stuff. Some recipes and things like that, and some barbecue and some grilling. That's really my lane. I'm a pit master. Do some meal prep and things like that, and get into fitness, more to lifting and things like that. But I guess you could say it's like I don't want to reach and call this a lifestyle channel, because I mean my lifestyle is like middle class, working class, poor. So I mean, like, if you could call that a life, then hey, it's the only one I'm living. That's for sure, baby. So look, I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? Life is hard. You got to smile through it. Keep your head up. Stay optimistic. Be positive. Tomorrow will come. Tomorrow, hang in today, and tomorrow will come. I'm just, you know what I mean? If there's anybody else out there, have nothing going on, nothing to do, I'm just kind of like stuck. I feel like what's the word? I'm kind of a castaway in life right now, I guess you could say, is the best way to put it. I go out, I kick it with my coworkers and a few old friends I have, we fuck around, you know what I mean, of course. But kind of, to wrap that together, I kind of had I was building a life like suited for a different lane than the one I find myself in, which, like, they say lots of great inventions and historical inventors, things like that, historical figures, experienced many different failures before finding their success, right? This is one of my ventures. Ideally, this will be something that's more possible now that I've actually I took the leap and I built this. You know what I mean? I figured my thought process was like, fuck it, if I put my whole foot in the water, there's no excuse not to do something, right? So now I have like a little office, a little space. I've got plans to. This room is supposed to be. Hopefully, we'll see by the end of the summer. I stay dedicated to it. Me and a few business partners and associates of mine make the right moves and investments and spend the right time. I believe this is going to become a podcast space, and I want to introduce and expose. I want to expose them. I want to incorporate. Like I have a lot of like talented musicians as friends, wonderful people, great guys with a lot of great bodies of work. I'd like to incorporate that more into this channel and push some like music commentary. I'm a sports fan. I do love football. Christ, I hate to say it, I'm a Giants fan. And then, of course, by that extension, right, I am a Nets and Knicks fan. So, I mean, like, if there's anything to talk about, I'm excited to see what Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart are going to bring this season. But, of course, that's months away. We'll get there. We'll get to know each other some more. Don't worry. For now, I just want to touch base more frequently and hopefully be a good source of daily motivation or something, you know what I mean? Inspire and influence people to follow their dreams and continue pursuing their passions, no matter what it might look like, you know what I mean? I'm just some jackass sitting in the corner of his spare bedroom with some soundproofing duct tape to the wall and a 14-year-old's vlogging setup. Just trying to, you know what I mean? And then, like, in the big picture, it'll be cool to do some shit like T Grizzly. That'd be sick. GTA 6 is coming out. I'm sure that's going to have a lot of fun gaming opportunities. I used to be a big gamer, a big console gamer. I'd love to record gameplays and stuff and do some commentary and things like that. I don't think I'll ever be a streamer. I don't know if really that's my lane. Maybe. And what else? What other lanes am I in? I do enjoy comedy and commentary as well. You notice I brought up Rogan and Diaz earlier in this, and Bert Kreischer and what's his name, Tom Segura and the whole bunch. I do like following what comedians are doing and whether or not they're funny. That is always an entertaining topic to discuss. But really, man, look, we're just hanging out. We're just trying to have a good time, and I feel like, me personally, right? I feel like, if I could describe myself in a way, an individual that's kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit. Like I said earlier, kind of a castaway in life. But I know I'm not alone. I know there are other people like me who likely. Sorry about that. I don't remember what I was saying. I know I was wrapping it up. I had to take care of some stuff real quick. This is my cat, Gnarly. Like gnarly, dude. You know what I mean? It's more or less, I'm saying, we're just talking about, like, this is a boy and his dog. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just living life. Do some, try to get some good footage, get some cool people to have some good conversations with on here. Touch on some current events, some things like that. Maybe do some commentary and some face cam stuff, some cooking videos, some gameplay videos. That would be great. And I don't know, maybe fucking go to college and make something out of myself instead of being a burnout fucking loser. But in the meantime, you know what I mean? You gotta smile through it, baby. You gotta keep waking up. You gotta have a good time. Look, I'm just out here trying to have a good time. Thanks for watching, hanging out. We'll have more in-depth conversations about some stuff very soon. Something to fucking, you know what I mean? I do it all the time. I'm guilty of like doom scrolling, and I'm chronically on the internet, and that's something I'm trying to fix. I always gotta find some fucking YouTube video or some shit to throw on while I'm like eating dinner or whatever the fuck. Or I'm scrolling through, taking a shit or something. I don't know. I'm in the shower. I want something to listen to. This is something, you know, I mean, it's for me and you. This is for us. This is what that's for, my man. Ground level. Here we go, baby. Bobby Sinatra, Bobby Montana, Bobby Gets No Bitches. From the ground floor all the way up. Thank you. Hit the like button, subscribe. I should have said that in the fucking beginning. I don't think I'll have the viewer attention to get to the end of this video. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Stick around. We'll be back for more, no doubt about it. Thank you so much for watching.